Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So, we're back to talking about a new show for this series. In this case, looking at the show, Sliders.
You mean President Clinton?
Of course I mean Clinton. Who else?
That clinches it, we're home.
No, I feel sorry for the Prez. Being married to that loudmouth. It's no wonder the Republicans are taking control.
Gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, I speak to you tonight from the White House. The recent compromises in my health care reform.
And if you don't really have an idea what Sliders is, I hadn't really, didn't really know about it until, we decided to talk about all these shows that we're talking about for this show. So basically the idea of Sliders is, in a way, you have, a device that allows you to go to different dimensions of the world, and different types of dimensions of the world. One world might be having a moment where there might be global warming or other things, or heck, even Russia had won, which is coincidentally the episode we're talking about, which is in the case the pilot. What actually happened in the pilot of the show? Well, in the pilot of it, a San Francisco basement physics and postgraduate student Quinn Mallory has found a way to create portals to parallel universes. He invites his physics professor, Maximilian Arto, and his computer store colleague Wade Wells for a trip. A series of misshapes ropes in passing singer Rembrandt Brown and takes the Sliders off their planned route. They all go through different worlds, whether it's a frozen world, and Russia, and one where Russia rules America. I'm gonna be honest, if you that's all that bit of detail didn't really excite you, then unfortunately this isn't really the show you're gonna be interested in. But honestly, I gotta say, this show is honestly pretty great. I kind of liked it. Honestly, when you're watching this show, you can automatically feel the likability of the characters. You're honestly intrigued you want to know more about the world that the characters live in. And I especially gotta say, for a show that ran from 1999 to 2000, it's actually still pretty good, honestly. It's also, in a way, a spiritual sequel to Quantum Leap. Minus, the body swiping and all that. And, trying to change things for the better. But it's still pretty good. Honestly, it's great.
I sure hope your computations are correct.
Mr. Mallory, this may come as a complete surprise to you, but in the ancient days before computers, we had to do our mathematics the old-fashioned way. Ever seen one of these? It's called a slide rule.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you.
And I'll be honest, there's a lot of moments that are pretty great, especially for the bots. But keep in mind, when I was, trying to do research for this episode, I was only to find certain clips.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I think I've just seen God, and I could have sworn he was driving a Cadillac.
But, yeah. And I gotta say that, Jerry Connell, he's a great, leading character for this, honestly. And at the same time, it makes me think, say, Jerry, you're currently doing, some things say, The Talk.
Of you giving your wife, the beautiful Rebecca Romaine, a lap dance. And I am not kidding, Jerry. What is going on here? Why are you so sexy? I feel uncomfortable because you're a married man.
You can come on back to this show, can't you? I mean, you left the show before it ended. But maybe you could come back. For a revival. I mean, heck, we got Quantum Leap going on right now. Maybe we could get a Sliders revival. And overall, I gotta say, this show is honestly pretty great. Like how most plots are done like say 2 parts, like say part 1, part 2. Part 1 is basically like explaining all the things that are going on, like explaining how the world works and all that, all the characters. Part 2 is in a way like say like all the characters are stuck in a frozen winter world of Los Angeles, and then in a way trying to get out of it, and then getting stuck in like if Russia had taken over America. In a way, it's all pretty entertaining.
You're in violation of curfew. Show me your papers now.
I don't have time for this.
I do have to say that Cleveland Derricks as Rembrandt, he does a great job. I'm gonna say he has some of the more funnier lines in like the pilot, honestly. But what do you guys think of the show Sliders?